Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wet Shaving with Angelo. I'm Angelo, and we're not doing a shave video today. Today I'm doing a top 10 list that I call my 10 favorite aftershaves $15 or less. And basically, it's 10 aftershaves that I really enjoy. Basically, it's 10 aftershaves that I really enjoy that cost at most $15, depending on where you buy it. And I'm going to make this a tag video. I'm tagging four individuals to do four people to do the same challenge. I tag Ken Kirkup of Ken Surfs, Stanley Tam of Student Shaver, Christopher David Bailey of IAMCDB, and Rich Hansen of Shaving with Rich. Gentlemen, you've been tagged to do the top 10 favorite aftershaves of You four have been tagged to do your 10 favorite aftershaves, $15 or less. And I'm going to start off with one of my most used aftershaves, Pinaud Clubman. As you can see, I've had this for a couple of years, and as you see, I've used it quite a lot. Pinaud Clubman costs, depending where you buy it, whether it's online or in store, you can buy it for $6 on the low end, the $9 on the high end, and you get 6 ounces of product. Pinaud Clubman is the quintessential barbershop scent. Like, whenever I smell Pinaud Clubman, I'm taken back to my barbershop that I love to go to. So that's the first one. And just so everyone knows, this is not a ranked order. Like, I'm just picking out bottles at random, and it's not like from lowest, least like to most like. It's more. They're all equally loved. And then, as you probably can hear, my cats just chatting up a storm. Next aftershave, this one got by on a technicality, and this one was recommended to me by Yilo Cartol, if I'm pronouncing it right. Denim Gold. Denim Gold. If there are some sellers on eBay that sell for $10 to $15. This is an Italian budget aftershave that if you bought it in Europe or in Italy, you'd pay €4 for it, or a little over $4 for, and you get 3.4 ounces. I recently got into this, and I'm really loving the Denim Gold aftershave. It's just a very refreshing scent. A lovely fougere, and I like the way the bottle is designed. That makes it easier to grip onto, so you don't have to worry about it slipping out of your hand, because this... As you can hear, that's glass. So, Denim Gold it just squeaked by in my top 10. As I researched, there are some sellers on eBay selling it for $10 for the bottle. Mind you, you're going to be paying a little more in shipping, but it's worth to have in your collection. Next up, Stetson Cooling Moisture. I've had this for a couple years, and as you can see, I really love Stetson Cooling Moisture. At one point in time, I was using Stetson every Sunday, and I called it Stetson Sunday. I really gotta get back to that. But anyways, Stetson Cooling Moisture. This costs $5 to $6 at Walmart, and you get 3.4 ounces of product. And a lot of people ask the question: does Stetson Cooling Moisture smell just like regular Stetson? To my nose, or Stetson Original and Stetson Cooling Moisture are very close in scent, if not identical. So if you want to try Stetson, but you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for a aftershave bottle of Stetson, go for the Cooling Moisture version. It's a lot cheaper than the Stetson Original aftershave, and you get just as good a scent out of it. Mind you, there's not as much of an alcohol burn, but if you're sensitive to the alcohol burn, this is a good option. So there's that. Next in line, modern day Brut. This bottle of Brut you can buy in store for, depending where you go, $5 to $8 for 7 ounces. Even though I prefer the vintage formulation of Brut over modern day, the modern stuff still smells a lot, but still smells almost as good as the vintage stuff. Mind you, the vintage version is more potent, but if you're on the go and you want to try Brut for not a lot of money, get the real deal, get the name brand Brut stuff. And if you love a good green fougere scented aftershave splash, you can't go wrong with Brut. It's as it says on, I don't know if it says it on the bottle. Yes, it does. It says Essence of Man, a very masculine scent smelling fragrance. Next in line, modern day English leather, $8 to $10 for 3.4 ounces. Let me get that in the picture. Sorry. This is a newer bottle I got to replace another modern bottle of English leather I have, and it's not as strong as the vintage formulation of English leather, but this still has the cedar notes, the citrus notes, and the leather is still there. So if you're curious about finding English leather, because I know some people have a hard time finding this stuff in stores, Walmart sells this for $8 to $10 in their brick and mortar stores. The trick is when you go to Walmart, look really closely at the fragrance aisle for men, and look deep into their collection of fragrances. You will find English leather buried amongst the various aftershaves and colognes. Next in line, this one I really like, Jovan Musk. For a 4-ounce bottle, you can get this for $10 to $15. And this is a very sexy scent. I like using this every now and then because, as some of you may know, I'm a Musk fan. And this is one of my favorite budget Musk aftershaves I use. And it's just so smooth, so suave. It's a nice aftershave to wear after a nice shave. Next in line, we have the modern day version of Skin Bracer Original. You can get this for $4 to $6, and you get a 7-ounce bottle of this stuff. I actually, when it comes to modern formulations of aftershaves, I prefer this over the modern version of Aqua Velva Ice Blue for one reason. The scent of Skin Bracer today lasts longer than today's version of Aqua Velva. Like the modern day Aqua Velva Ice Blue, you splash it on, if you smell for a few minutes, and it's gone. Skin Bracer, the modern day version, I've never tried the vintage, but I know the modern day version of Skin Bracer, it stays around for a little while longer. Or quite a while longer. And it's got a nice greenish scent to it. It's the best I can describe. So there's that. Next in line, and this is going to be a bit divisive because this is a scent you either love or hate. Tabac. $12 to $15 online for a 3.4 ounce bottle. If you love the Tabac shave soap, you're gonna love the Tabac aftershave. It smells just like the shave soap. And I know this is a divisive scent for a lot of wet shavers because you either love it or you hate it. I understand that. So this is going to be a controversial pick for me. And I almost didn't include it, but I thought I had to include it because I love Tabac. It's based off the tobacco flower scent, and as some of you know, I do love a really good tobacco-scented aftershave splash. And since it pairs so nicely with the soap, it really is a good compliment. Next in line, Gillette Cool Wave. You can find this in stores for $4 to $8 for 3.4 ounces. And this is a nice, refreshing aftershave from Gillette. Still, that was first released in 1993, and they still make this to this day. And one of the things I like about Gillette Cool Wave is it's a nice, crisp, refreshing scent. Where the other scents I have in my collection are leathery, barbershop, or even fougere. This is more of a refreshing scent that I enjoy using when I just want an easygoing shave. So that's that. And the last but not least, in top 10 favorite aftershaves, $15 or less, gray flannel. I found bottles of this on eBay selling in new condition for the modern stuff, $14 to $15 at 4 ounces. And gray flannel, it's just a classic all-time, like many of these fragrances, this is an all-time classic scent. And this one has a family history with me because my father, he used to wear gray flannel all the time, and it's just a pleasant scent to wear. Like it's masculine but pleasant at the same time. So those are my 10 aftershaves those are my 10 favorite aftershaves, $15 or less. And again, I tagged 4 people for this challenge. I tagged Ken Kirkup of Ken Surfs, Stanley Tam of Student Shaver, Christopher David Bailey of IAMCDB, and Rich Hansen of Shaving with Rich. Have a good day and have a good shaves, everyone. Goodbye.